Welcome back, friends. So our camping setup is becoming quite nice, actually. We have the tailgate table installed, we have the swag now, so everything's becoming pretty comfortable. But we still have one big problem, and that's light. When it gets dark, we just don't have enough of it around camp. You see, with the TJ, the only light you really have on the inside is dome lights. But even with those, they only open up when you have the front doors open. The tailgate isn't attached to them. So we have a really big problem. I've tried other things, cheaper lights, little like stick-on lights that you press to turn on, and magnetic lights that you flip on, and they're all junk, they don't work. But I think I found something that will work. So let's take a look. Here we have it. So it's made by Brawley. It's a light bar essentially, and you have many different versions of this. They support lots of different Jeeps. This one is just specifically made for the TJ, but they have a ton. So what I'll do is I'll drop a link so you can take a look at it for yourself. I'll link in the description. Also, they have two different versions, if that makes sense. This one is specifically a RGB, and they also have a white version. The difference is $4, but I'll tell you why I bought RGB after we get into it. Okay, we have a tube inside of a tube, and this. So this is going to be your light bar, naturally. We'll open that in just a moment here. This, however, let's see what's in here. Oh, lots of good goodies. So it looks like we have some cable management, wire management materials. That's good to have. We have our wiring with some of those cheapo like splicing adapters. We're gonna throw those away and not use those. And then you have the remote, which this is kind of weird. I wasn't expecting this to come with something else. So you have your like standard cheap LED remote, but I don't know what this is. Wi-Fi controller. I wonder if it has Bluetooth. It does. Okay, so not Bluetooth, but Wi-Fi. So it looks like you can control this with your phone. That's pretty cool. We'll definitely have to set that up. So here's a good sign already. The backing strip here that you stick to your window, it's 3M. That's always good to see, because you know it's going to be a little bit better quality when it's at least got some name brand sort of adhesive on the back. And there we have it. There we have the light bar. This is kind of weird. It looks like I already have a little bit of a bent pin there, but I can fix that. Look at that connector though. That's very strange. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of an odd connector. I'm assuming it's that way so that you can disconnect the light bar when you want to take your hardtop off. You don't have to take the whole thing down. So I guess let's install it. So I think the first course of action is just to clean this whole rear lift gate up, at least where we think the strip is gonna go. I mean, honestly though, who cleans this part of your Jeep? Yeah, I gotta get all that Moab dirt off. All right, that's all cleaned and dried off now, nice and clean. So let's see how we stick it on. I'm not sure if it either goes against this bar here or actually against the glass. So let's figure that out next. So this is the driver's side of the Jeep over here, and they want you to actually install it like this. However, because of the way I'm gonna run the cable, and I'm actually gonna run this into the switch pod, I think actually this way and onto the glass would actually be a better way to go. That way I can take this cable over here and run it to my switch pod a little easier. I don't have to run so much wire throughout the Jeep. So I think, I just can't decide, do I want it like that or do I want it against this plastic piece? I guess the plastic piece does look a little cleaner. So I think I made a decision. I am gonna stick it like this, just how the directions say. There's a reason for that. If I put it this way, like I was planning on the glass, you get this kind of awkward gap down here. And it's not a huge deal. I just don't want to mess with it though. So we're gonna stick it this way, like it's supposed to go. So let's get this lined up as close as we can. I think that looks pretty good right there. Okay, now that's done, we'll go about routing this wire. So before we route this wire, I just wanted to show you something. These clips here, you have two different kinds. You have the white one and the black one. So I guess the black one is supposed to go against the window and the white one is supposed to go on the inside. It's supposed to kind of match the window and the hardtop, I suppose, to kind of have a cleaner look. They just tell you to do them equal distance, so I'll work out how to kind of run these so it doesn't droop. I'm thinking this first one's gonna go about in this corner, and then we'll just something like that, and then we'll just kind of route it along the window. Now I have used these clips before. I'm gonna put this one right about there. And you could buy them. They're actually really nice. I use them for wire management on the inside of the Jeep. They work quite well. These ones are definitely a better quality than the ones I bought. They have seem to have 3M backing, whereas the ones I bought don't. They just have like little right about there. The ones I bought are just like foam. I think our next one's gonna go right about there. And I'm staying right next to this edge here on the glass because your gasket for your rear window sill comes about right here. So I'm trying to stay nice and close. Okay, as we come to this portion, I think what I'm gonna do is put my little black clip here and then use that sheathing that they provide you and just wrap these wires together so it looks nice and neat. Yeah, I think that's gonna look the best here. There we go. I would say that looks pretty clean, actually. And I do have one more of these clips left over, so I might place it somewhere. Okay, now we need to take this and take those white clips and run it down the hardtop. Okay, I think this piece will go right there like that. All right, how are we gonna do this? I think like that is just gonna be the best way. Could go like that, but then this is gonna look funky. I'm assuming that's your little antenna. I'm gonna have to think about this for a minute. And then I just figured out what I'm gonna do. So I have this extra little sticky tab here. So I think what we're gonna do is just run this antenna up right there, like that. It's gotta be pretty good, right? Let's get this wiring together. Now, one thing I want to mention is that this is supposed to be a comprehensive kit, and it is. If you want to power this off of your dome light, so when you open the door, the back hatch light, which is what this will be, will come on, then you can, and you don't need anything else. What I'm going to do, though, is I am going to actually wire it to my S-Pod, and there's a reason for that. As far as I'm aware, this device does not have any like low voltage cutoff or anything. And since I run a fridge, I want to make sure There it is, there's my lighter. I want to make absolutely sure that I don't ever drain my battery down too far. The S-Pod has low voltage cutoff in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run this to a switch on the S-Pod, and that'll allow me to actually kill the light bar when we don't want it on at all, like if I'm just driving around daily or it's sitting here not doing anything. And then when we do want to, I can flip that switch, and if anything ever does happen, shorts out, or if it's on too long and try and drain the battery, forget that it's on or something, it will, at least the S-Pod has some protection for me there. There we go. Now we'll do the other one, and then we'll get it routed. For this part, they gave you these little tiny baby zip ties, and I needed these big old man zip ties. Luckily, the TJ has this nice wire bundle right here that you can just tie to. And it should all hide it nice and neat up in there. All right, let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. So I went ahead and downloaded the app, and I'm playing with this thing, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun. So first off, it's full RGB, so you can adjust like to any color you really want anywhere for the most part. Then what you can do is you can actually save colors. So for example, I have yellow saved, which is super nice for like, let's say you have bugs flying around. They tend not to go after yellow light as much, so you have that option. And also this, like I programmed red in, which is really, really nice. So if you don't want to ruin your night vision, you're staring at the night sky or trying to walk around without flashlights, there you go. You're not going to destroy your night vision, which is super sweet. You also, of course, have like all your strobes and all these kind of fun things, those are kind of fun to play with. The other thing you can do, I'm not going to play it here on camera, but what you can do is you can actually, well, maybe I will play it. I'll just play it without the music on. You can actually play music like on your phone or device, and the music, the light will dance to the music, which that's kind of fun. That's kind of cool to play with, and you have a few settings in here too. There is a lot. Let's see if I can show you. There's actually a lot of settings to this app, which is quite crazy. The other cool thing too is that the app is fully programmable. Well, not fully, but like if you go in here to functions, you have these like strobes. You can actually go in here and you can make your own. You can do timers. There's a lot of fun little things you can do in here, so that's kind of cool. But I really, really like the red functionality. Just being able to change it to this is like, that's sweet. This is the whole reason why I bought the RGB. I think it's worth $4 to just be able to do that. So there you have it. The LED lift gate light thing for a Jeep. I think it's super cool. I think it's got a lot of functionality, and the install is really clean. Functionality wise, it's going to be really nice to have some light at night where we're cooking and digging in the back of the vehicle. It's going to help out a lot. Also, the RGB, not necessarily needed, but it is really fun to play with. It's kind of addicting, I'm not gonna lie. It's really fun to play with. But on top of that, it allows you to get like red light or soft and white light up to a little bit more yellow, so it's easier on your eyes. We plan to use the red light a lot, actually. We like hanging out at night, looking at stars and stuff. And so this allows us to have a little light at camp and it not to be so hard on your eyes and ruin your night vision. So that's really why I got the RGB version. Not gonna lie though, I do like playing with it now that it's installed. With that though, I'm actually freezing. It's getting really cold out here right now, so I need to get inside, and I still have some junk around here to pick up. So with that, I'm gonna end the video. Guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.